Do not attempt to adjust your set. This is a streaming freedom video bulletin. It cannot be stopped, and it is the only free voice left on the net.
Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. For today's Skyrim mod showcase on PS4, I'm going to be taking a look at a mod that I've dreamt about having access to on PlayStation ever since I saw the original video for it. Now it's become a reality. It's called Follower Dialogue Expansion LYDIA. It was ported to PlayStation by Mod Author aurllcooljay and originally created by Mod Author Anbeegod. What the mod does is uses a high-quality AI to reproduce Lydia's voice. She'll now be a lot more aware of her surroundings and comment on them, certain story and quest lines for the main story and DLCs, give you more of a backstory about herself, just makes her a lot more personal. Anybody that's been with my channel long enough knows that Lydia is my favorite follower. She's been with me for the entirety of my Skyrim playthrough for the last 5 years that I've had this character, and I cannot tell you how happy I am to have access to this mod finally here. With that said, let's see how to find today's showcased mod. So you can currently find this mod. It is available in the latest category, but depending on when you see the video, you can also find it by bringing up the search function with L1 and then typing in expansion LYDIA to the search bar. Should get the mod to come right up. The name of it is Follower Dialogue Expansion LYDIA. It was ported to PlayStation by Mod Author aurllcooljay and originally created by Mod Author Anbeegod. There's a link to the permissions as well as the original video showcasing the mod provided. The mod description in part reads, expands Lydia with 289 lines, all voiced by high-quality AI. Quest awareness for the Companion's questline, Vanilla main quest, and DLC main quest. New story-driven interactions. New romantic lines if she is married. Location awareness, including cities and dungeons. Completely lore-friendly. She comments on a few vanilla followers such as Majal and Jordis. Banter with Genessa and Eric. Immerse into your game world as a character who lives in it rather than taking over the show. The mod is 100% compatible with any mod except IFD Lydia, which gave her a new voice and a new story. Safe to install mid-save. How Lydia is envisioned and touched on in this mod. In this mod, Lydia is expanded as a dependable, neutral, and religious house Carl who is deeply loyal to the player. She is focused on the present and believes in your leadership wholeheartedly. Wherever you go, she will follow, as her sworn duty demands. There is a lot more information for Lydia's backstory that is provided here, so as always, please make certain to read the mod description in its entirety before choosing to download and install this or any other mod. Okay, so I have the mod now active. I have teleported to Whiterun. That's Lydia that you heard coughing behind me there. Sounds a little bit different than normal. In any case, I figured if anything would get a reaction out of her, it would definitely be Whiterun, being as this is the place where I originally met her, of course, with her being in Dragon's Reach. Let me go ahead and catch up to her, and let's see what she has to say.
I'm right behind you.
So she, just stop for a minute, please, Lydia. She still has her original dialogue, which is good. I'm curious how the AI is going to sound. It's been quite a while since I saw that video. So here's one of the new options. Tell me about yourself, Lydia. Lydia, about your banter with the others. What do you think about our companions? I guess that's about the companions, because technically my character is one of them, although I never did complete the quest line for that once I found out what that was going to entail. I didn't think it was right for the character. I won't say anything more than that, though I don't want to ruin it for people that haven't played through that yet. And it looks like that's everything. So, let's go ahead and select this. Tell me about yourself, Lydia.
Of course, my Thane. Before I pledged my sword to Jarl Balgruuf and you, I led the life of a traveling mercenary, selling my combat skills for gold.
Wow, it did a fantastic job of mimicking her voice. I was a little worried that it might sound a little robotic because I've heard it some, but oh, that sounded perfect. Let's see, let's go ahead and pick this one. I didn't realize you were a mercenary.
Well, I knew how to use my sword, so I might as well capitalize on that. But I could only took simple escort jobs, since the most exciting tasks were all taken by the companions. Should have done my market researches. Until I met this one client, who showed me a whole different world.
see, so I'm guessing we only get one option to choose. What about the client that showed you a different world?
He was a priest of Mara looking for a bodyguard to escort him to Dawnstar. Said something about finishing what he started. At first, I thought it was just another boring escort job, but things quickly took an intriguing turn.
Let's see here. Let's pick this one. Priest of Mara and Dawnstar. Was he the Dark Elf in Endor?
Precisely. Looks like you've already been acquainted.
Yes, you were with me at the time. What interesting turn did your job take?
The first night of our trip, I had a nightmare so vividly horrendous, yet I couldn't wake up from it. Then this priest, Erendur, bestowed Mara's blessings upon me. Although the nightmare persisted, it was somewhat diminished. It was then I learned his true mission. He was on a quest to free Dawnstar from a similar nightmare curse.
This is absolutely fantastic. Curse I helped lift.
Good work you did over there.
We both did, actually. What happened next?
The next few nights I tried my darndest not to fall asleep. So I asked him to tell me jokes, stories, basically anything to keep me awake. And you know what he told me instead? Mara's doctrines. How she loves us and we ought to love our neighbors.
Obviously, this is probably meant to be heard before actually doing this stuff, but still really cool. Let's see, I guess I'll select this one. I don't suppose that was your thing.
No, it actually got me interested in Mara and the Divines. You see, it's not just about your message, but also the way you convey it. Dare I say, Erendur was quite the effective preacher.
Let's see, let's pick this one. I suppose you developed a deep connection with Endor afterwards?
Not really. He only required me to escort him to Dawnstar, where he'd handle the rest. Although I would have loved to learn more about Mara from him if we had more time.
So you're a follower of Mara?
Yeah. Before I met Erendur, Mara was just another figure in the temples to me. Now I realize she's the loving mother of us all.
Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
This is absolutely fantastic. I love how personal she's being and really going into a lot of backstory. Now, obviously, this is probably stuff that you're supposed to hear before you would have ran that, because I obviously ran these quests with her back then, which she doesn't realize. But still, this is absolutely fantastic. Now, there is one thing I noticed, is that she called me Thane when I selected Tell Me About Yourself, which she shouldn't be doing because her and my character are married.
Of course, my Thane.
And see,
Before
she did
I
it
pledged
again.
my sword to Jarl Balgruuf and you,
I want to see what she has
I
to
led
say
the
with
life
this
of a
one.
traveling
You must
mercenary,
have seen
selling
many
my cup.
places then.
On the contrary, life was painfully boring. The people around here only ever hire the companions for the exciting tasks, while the rest of us are left with nothing but glorified bodyguard jobs. So no, I usually only escort people from town to town and carry their burdens. Until I met this one client, who showed me a whole different world.
Okay, so I guess let's get into the companions then. If the companions were taking your work, why not join them?
Would you believe it if I told you? It's because my stomach reacts badly to alcohol? Your Vasker is the mead hall of the companions. So naturally, the companions socialize by feasting and drinking together. The non-drinker can never fit in. Better that I don't humiliate myself by drinking water over mead there.
Let's see. Truly? You're allergic to alcohol?
Well, not exactly. Just that my stomach tends to act funny after 3 cups of mead. Since then, I've learned how to drink without vomiting, but I doubt I'll ever develop an appetite for alcohol.
Oh, don't worry, Sophia's developed that for you. I wonder what she'll say if I pick this. Do you drink milk?
Huh. Trick question, was it? You wanted to call me a milk drinker. I'm not going to fall for that.
I wouldn't call you a milk drinker, Lydia. I'm a companion and I don't drink.
Really? Maybe I was wrong about the companions then. If I had joined them back then, my life might become very different.
You don't know how right about that you are. That's the reason why I never completed that quest line and I'm still very early on in it. I wonder, I guess since technically I'm a companion, if I took her up to your Vasker, I wonder if that would add any new dialogue options here or anything. Might check. What do you think about our companions?
Such as?
Who the hell is Arenia? What about
She
Aurenia?
seems pretty devoted to her goddess, in more ways than I am to Mara. I mean, I am faithful to the goddess of love, but I can't ever see myself sleeping out in the snow for whole years just because of a vision. This Aurenia is either the truest believer Azura has ever had, or a mad woman who enjoys the cold.
Okay, Aurenia. I don't recognize that name. Is that one of the vanilla characters? I've got such a bad memory. I definitely don't remember every character, but I don't think that's one of the companions, is it? Unless maybe it's a modded character that Lydia thinks I have access to and I don't. I don't know. Don't see anything though to do with any of the other companions. I thought that's what this meant, but I guess not.
You lead, I'll follow.
Maybe because I never completed the questline.
I spent most of my life in this city and know it inside and out.
I love that she does that now. Yeah, it is a great city, isn't it? Hey, Aurel, quick question. I don't know if you'll see this or not, but how do I get her
Right
to
behind
trigger
you.
the new romantic lines? I've looked through several of the options that were added by the mod. I'll probably cut that out due to time and also so I don't ruin it for people that want to experience
What
the
do you want
majority
me
of
to
the
carry?
mod for themselves. But I can't get her to acknowledge the fact that her and Aragon are married. She does have a wedding ring and it is equipped, as you can see. And my
Let's get
character
going,
has
then.
his in his inventory. Unfortunately, I can't equip it because it removes the Triforce ring if I do, but it's always on this person. I doubt that would even have anything to do with it, but I can't get her to acknowledge the fact that her and Aragon are married or have any of those lines, so I was just wondering. Unless you can't be set as a follower maybe, and you just have to be like in their home or something to trigger them. Any case, that's going to do it for the end of today's showcase. If you're interested in the mod, download it, give it a
Oh, what happened?
When the Empire surrendered to the
give it a
Ordinary
try.
Dominion,
Huge thank you to Mod Author LYDIA for taking the time to port this to PlayStation. I cannot tell you how happy I was to see it uploaded. I got it right away. Also a huge thank you to the original Mod Author that created it and allowed the port here. And thank you guys for taking the time to watch the video. Take care.
I always enjoy a good adventure or two.
Oh, what happened?
This has been a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin. Peace out.